welcome back to another video. Derby season's winding down for me, finally. Kind of sad, but also kind of nice at the same time. We got 2 weeks, 2 free weekends, and then our next show is Halloween Havoc, and Callie decided that she wants to run. So we're gonna start tearing back into this car. For those of you that have followed along this season, this car was built as a wire car for May Mania earlier this year, and then we kind of added some stuff to it, and Callie ran it in Camas and Colville. It'll be good though. We don't have to do too much to it. Luckily, we just got to kind of pull the frame back out. It's already got all of its plates and whatnot. Havocs, you can add a little more, but we're just doing this for fun. Callie wants to go out and have fun, so that's the plan for this weekend, is get Callie's car finished. She wants to put a new paint job on it for Halloween stuff. It'll be good though. That's the plan. So we're gonna pull it out. Hopefully it still runs. It's been sitting out in the weather for pretty much all year. So the biggest problems on that car are gonna be ride height. So we gotta get the ass end out of the ground, and then the front end we gotta pull it down. So shouldn't be too bad. Let's get after it. What's your plan for Havoc, babe?
Have fun.
You gonna ruin it or what?
Well, it's already ruined.
You pretty much already did ruin it. All right, well, first things first, this thing's been sitting all year. Babe, I just realized your helmet and all that stuff's still in there. That's gross. Anyway, batteries are completely dead, so let's go ahead and see if this thing's gonna run for us. Maybe. This strut's kind of smashed into the body and stuff, and it's stuck, compressed. So I'm hoping I can just push that strut out and get some ride height back, and then I'll just weld them solid so they can't compress again. That's the plan, huh, bud?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, don't mind the mess. It's just the way it is this time of year. I'm so excited to get things cleaned up when the season's over. I gotta get rid of all this stuff. Anyway, we got the back tires back on Callie's. This car, it still runs and drives from the last show. It's in pretty good shape. It's in better shape than Reliable. So, Halloween Havoc, like I said, I think in the last video, but Halloween Havoc's really chill. Like, there's hardly any money involved. You go, they have a great big barbecue. It's a cleanup show. You ruin your old derby cars for the year, so you can start fresh next year. So this car, there's a show in Idaho. I don't know the payouts yet in Idaho, but knowing what I know about Eddie's shows and stuff, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good, and I really want to take my best car there. So it sucks because now I got to pull all the parts out of this car, put them in Reliable, and then the next week after Havoc, I got to pull them all back out of that and put them back in this car. So it kind of gets old. I need to buy more parts, I guess. But anyway, so the plan, we're gonna slide this car over here for now because I got to get to the welder. I need to buy an extension cord for my welder. I can't reach. So Callie's car, we'll move it over here. So we'll play a little game of musical cars and be able to start working on these. Well, that makes me a little nervous. I don't know, it's pretty hammered as is though. It might just be the way it's struggling to move. But that transmission sure seemed a little slippy to me. Maybe it's low on fluid, I'm hoping that's what's wrong. But anyway, we got it to the shop, so let's start working on some stuff. All right, first thing I'm gonna do anyway, is I'm just gonna lift the car up. We'll cut some washers in half, weld them to the strut, just to max out the rear suspension, get it as tall as we can, and make it so it can't compress anymore. So that's the plan for the rear suspension, to get some ride height. I don't like doing this because it makes it rougher than hell, but we're gonna have to do something so she's not dragging in the dirt. All right, so let's just show kind of more what I'm doing. So I just cut a washer in half, and I'm just gonna do 1/2 on each strut. You just weld it right to the shaft right there, and that'll keep the suspension from being able to collapse. And that's how we're gonna get Callie's ride height to stay high in the trunk. So that's what we're doing. We'll go ahead and weld these on, and this trunk should sit a little better. All right, so we use that little handyman jack, push the strut out because it's kind of rubbing on the body, the inner fender. So yeah, just use a small jack, push the wheel back out, we'll weld that washer on. You want to be careful because them are full of oil. You don't want to weld to the shock itself. You just kind of want to weld the washer right to the shaft, and then kind of be quick too. You don't want to put a whole lot of heat on that shaft, it'll make it brittle. I've had them snap in half right where that's welded, so just want to be just enough to hold it. And it's not always the easiest spot to weld. Kind of hard to get the right angle. It is best, I mean, if I was to do this on a nice car, good car, you would pull the strut right out so you can get right to it. You'd also want to weld your washer all the way around instead of just a half like what I'm doing, but don't tell Callie, it's just for her little car, so end of the season, don't really care. All right, so yeah, just like that, that's how I do suspension on rough old pre-ran cars, where I don't like to do that, but it just gets me enough clearance for this car to run one more time. So that's how I do it. So that should be it for the rear suspension. We'll go ahead, and I want to get the front end aligned. Now that I've drove it, that transmission's got me a little nervous. If this transmission's bad, we're not fixing it. We're gonna scrap this car. So I want her to run. She wants to run. I'll feel really bad for her, but she did beat the trans up in this car pretty bad at Colville. Had a flat tire, so. But anyway, I'll get this aligned. We'll take it for a test drive, see how it does. All right, well, we moved it a little bit with the Porta Power, not a whole lot. I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna load it on the trailer. Now, I've tried my trailer is not heavy duty enough for this. I've damaged my trailer trying to do this before, but we're gonna try. So I'm gonna load it up on the trailer now. We'll have the Porta Power plus the winch pulling. And I think what's happening is there's nothing really to push off of on this car, so I'm just pushing off the pillar frame, like the door frame itself, which is actually starting to blow out from the Porta Power. This car don't have any down bars on the cage, and I'm not gonna add some just to push off of. So what we'll do is we'll hook the Porta Power up the same way it was, and it's pushing it out, but the problem is it needs to come down as well. So we'll set it on some timbers, some blocks, hook the winch up and pull down while we're pushing out. Hopefully it'll stretch it enough to, I don't know. It's not the end of the world. This car drives and moves. just not very well. But having my wife in there, you know, I'd like this car to be able to at least get out of its own way if she needs. So, joy, huh? That's the fun part about working on pre-rans, especially like me, myself, this car. If this was my car, I'd have said it's junk and would have cut it up right after Colville because it is junk. But Callie, she don't care about doing well or winning. She wants to go out there and have fun, and that's what it's all about. But at the same time, I don't know how much fun you're gonna have in a car it's gonna be a punching bag out there, right? So I don't know. We'll see. I'm way too competitive, I feel sometimes, because I could totally put tires on it, straighten up the steering a little bit, and say, there you go, have fun. And she would have fun, but my competitive side is more like, well, I'm gonna do my best to build it in a way that you can go out and hit and have some fun, and try and get, you know, at least midway through the pack. Last year there was 24 cars at Havoc or something. I've heard that it's gonna be about the same, so me and her car, I mean, you've all seen this car, Callie's car. Some of you guys have probably seen this car after Beaver. Mine's destroyed. Like, if it wasn't Havoc, this car wouldn't run ever again. We got things nosed up, but at the same time though, I have a problem with when cars are able to drive still, they're able to run a derby, right? That's not really true, but it's just the way I am. It's a lot of work to build them, and when they have a little bit of life left, they're able to drive around still. It's hard not to run them one more time. So anyway, I'll quit rambling. That's the plan. We're gonna load her on the trailer and stretch it out some more, try to. And if not, well, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I've got some Indy CNC spring spacers. We can stick them in the front end, get the front end off the ground a little bit more. She'll probably run them anyway because it's so bad, but that's the plan. All right, well, I turned it around just quick in the driveway. It seems to be handling a little better. It's bouncy, it's rough. But real quick, before we do much more, I wanna make sure this transmission's good. So I'm gonna realign this side. It's hard to see, I guess, in the video. This side is towed to the center of the car, makes it kind of fight itself when it's driving, so. And not having power steering or anything, Callie running this car, we need it to be as easy to turn as we can make it. So we're gonna go ahead and adjust this side a little bit. All right, so this is not the proper way to adjust this, but this is how I do it. It's just a derby car. We gotta shorten this tie rod, so I'm just gonna cut it off. Cut them off like that, and then we'll turn until we're aligned, which I'll have to get up a bunch of times and check. But I just cut it off, kind of eyeball. There's nothing really, it's so messed up anymore that there's no way to really properly do it. So once it's aligned where we like it, I'll weld these back together and then add some rebar or small angle iron, whatever you want to add to brace it back up. And I know it's kind of, I don't know, half-assed. I wouldn't really call it half-assed. I've done it for 6 years or so, 9 years, and it's worked great. So I've never had them fail. I mean, I'm not proud of this, but this car I ran at Beaver, I mean, there's so much stuff scabbed on there. I mean, eventually I could see that being a problem if it bends enough that it starts rubbing here. But the way I look at all that is if that car's bent hard enough that tie rods are rubbing back there, I'm probably limited anyway. So, but anyway, that's the way I do mine. I've never had one fail. So I've had them bend, you know, again in the same spot, but a bent tie rod, you're still going. So anyway, so yeah, there's not much to show. I'm gonna weld that up, add a brace, and I'll show you what it looks like after. Alrighty, we got the tie rod welded back up. The wheels are somewhat square. Strut towers are bent super bad. We still got to pull it on the trailer and try and winch some stuff out, try and fix it up a little bit. But we're ready for test drive, see how it does. It was pretty low on transmission fluid, so I'm hoping that's what the slipping was all about, but we'll find out.
He looks pretty cute in a pink car.
All right, well, we did some pushing, some pulling, made a little bit of progress. It's pretty much gonna be what it's gonna be though up front, which is fine. And then Callie being a little smaller, she can't really see out of the trunk the way it's bending. And as all you know, those of you that have been following along, I've had trouble this year. We tried something new on that car and it worked out great, but anyway, we're gonna pull this one's trunk down just a little bit so she can see a little better. And that'll be about it for Callie's car. So we're moving right along. It's been pretty good little weekend here. We'll see where we get. This didn't take me as long as I thought it would. We're gonna pull on this trunk a little bit, see what happens. All right, well, we got a little bit out of it. It should buy her enough time to, she'll be able to, hopefully she ruins the front end before that's even touched. Anyway, it's going pretty good though. This car will see the arena one more time, which honestly, it was my first wire car I'd ever built for a mini class. Had a lot of fun. Callie got third in Camas, second in Colville. So it's been a good car. She's gonna have fun one more time in it. But anyway, I think I'm gonna pretty much call that a day for today. Go take it easy and we'll continue on tomorrow. We'll probably work on that a bit. Get it ready for the Idaho show, and then probably by Monday afternoon we'll have start pulling parts out of that and getting all reliable going again. So I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, it's a new day. This is pretty much gonna be the video. I've got some other stuff going on this weekend, but last night I worked on this some more, and it sucks. I can't really get it to move much with the winch, but I took the hammer, come along a little bit more, put the jack on the trunk, got it to move a little more. I just wanted to get it out of her way so she could see. Got this side to pull down a little more with the winch. But it's a little better. It seems to handle a lot better. Bumper height's back to being lethal again, so it'll work. It'll be okay for her. But anyway, a little shorter video this weekend. We're just kind of getting pre-rans fixed. Callie's is done. We'll move on to mine next weekend. So not a whole lot going on, kind of wrapping up the season. It's really fun, chill. I like it this time of year. But anyway, I will say in the future, probably mid-November, so I'm gonna do a hard hit competition. We're gonna be giving away some t-shirts, some hoodies, Jeffy's Fab Farm shifter, and Wilbur's. I don't know if you guys know this, Wilbur owns a butcher shop, and we're gonna be giving away some jerky. So be thinking about that if you guys have any hard hits or cool clips like that. I don't have anything set up yet. I'll get everything set up. You guys can send them in. We'll do a hard hit competition, and the winner will get a little prize package in the mail. So looking forward to doing that. It'll be fun. But yeah, so anyway, thanks for watching as always. Stay tuned for next weekend to get Full Reliable put back together. And then we'll be back in the arena, me and Callie. So I'll see you then.